right, so here we are with Boshti. We gotta appreciate the people from Locals the top. Congratulations on getting
Thank
top
you.
64 with the Dragons. So, tell us of the experience, and then let's go ahead and do the deck profile.
Okay, so first thing first, it was my first bigger event. Before that, I never went outside of Slovenia, so that was quite of an experience. So I'm basically really happy how I did on my first event.
Of course.
But at the end, it didn't end it as I wanted. But whatever. Still, I went 8-1 day one. Then I won the first round of day two, so the last round was like whatever, because I knew I already topped. I played against 4 Kashtiras, 2 mirrors, 2 labyrinths. So it was pretty much just meta. And we built the deck to beat the Kashtira, because my theory was, our theory with Luca, shout out to him.
Shout out Luca.
Yeah, he helped to build the deck. We built it basically together. We played the same list. So because Bestials are basically good into every matchup except Kashtira, and Kashtira is just only like really hard matchup.
Yeah.
So that's why we decided to basically focus on it, and everything else you just have to be a better player.
Okay. Go ahead.
For the Bestials, we played basically maximum 3 Rebellion, 3 Magnamut, 3 Saronir, because you always want the access to Rebellions, because you can just send the Safer with Arena and just grab Rebellion, grab Magnamut, and just keep your engine rolling. Because I didn't want to set up an unbreakable board. I just want to make Seal, Savage, Regain, Ball Drag in hand, and just keep making advantage on my opponent's turn and just win on the follow-up, because adding Levianir in the end phase is just broken.
Yeah.
And then 1 Druid's Worm and 1 Ball Drag for the utility. Ball Drag, you always search it in the end phase of turn 1, and Druid is just for the utility, basically. And that's it for Bestials.
Yep.
Then we...
Also, sorry to cut you off, but shout out to the mat. Of course, we have to play Dragons in style.
Yeah, it's a custom mat. I got it for my birthday, so
okay.
It brings luck, I guess. Then we played 3 Safer for our only normal summon. Like, I didn't like the black metal at all, because it's so bad into Kashtira and into Shifter, and you just don't need that many normal
Did you miss
summon.
it?
Not really. I didn't break like single game, probably.
Okay.
Maybe 1, but it was a mirror, so the Bestial just carried.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, and the Red MD is just awful to draw. I didn't want to play that card, really.
Okay.
And 1 black, 1 white, and the Levianir.
Of course.
Just the standard, that card is broken on the follow-up turn.
It is.
Then for the Rockets, 1 Absoluter, 1 Recharger, 1 Caliber. That card comes up like too much, and especially in the mirror, when they cancel like your Magnamut with their Magnamut, you just use this, tribute it, summon Magnamut from hand, and trigger it, make D-Spotter, and you just win, basically.
That's amazing.
Their Bestials just don't matter at all.
Okay.
And because we play so many Bestials, we played 3 Tracer, because you want a normal summon to put a Dark or Light in Grave. It's basically inspiration from the German national topping list. And the Tracer, basically, we found out it's like really good, even if you get shifted, because you just Bestial the Shifter, summon Tracer, and make D-Spotter, summon back Tracer, and you can just make Seal D-Spotter board through Shifter. And if you have like a Book of Moon set, it's probably enough against Kashtira anyways.
And you don't care because you don't have the black metal, so you can normal summon like as much as you want.
Like, so that card, like, you always want to see it, basically. So I don't know, I think it's really good to be free. Then for the last monster, you main free Kurikara.
Okay.
Why? It's insane against Kashtira. Like, you just play into their board, tribute everything, and swing for game. Like, or if you don't, you just revive the Fenrir in the end phase or their Ice Heart, and like they can't deal with this card. And basically, in every other matchup, it's like it's always good, basically. Like, I even OTK'd the Labyrinth player because of that card, because he went for the Lovely and he triggered the other lady. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I just tribute both and, like, attacked with, like, one Bestial. I was under Tikabu, I think, and, like, it didn't matter.
That's amazing.
So that card, and even the mirror, like, just play into the board, like, revive Magnamut in the end phase. It's like really good card, basically, in every scenario. And even if you open it going first, you can discard it. Or, as I said, I don't want to win on a first turn. So we are grinding, and that card in the grind game, especially game 1, no one can expect it. So it's just a blowout every time, and
that's really
you can just win. Then 1 Boot Sector, 3 Quick Launch, 1 Ravine.
Okay. So you didn't miss any light like Nibiru or Veiler for Chaos
no,
Space?
At all. Like,
okay.
They were like not needed. You play so many Bestials and everything, you don't need it. Like the standard 2 fit spells. Then it's 3 Chaos Space, 1 Regain, Broken card. Like, I always went for that card. Over Beast, I still played Beast.
Okay.
You could probably cut it. Like, I saw lists without it, and you can function without it, but it just comes up in, like, some grindy matchups. But I don't know. You can play without it. Like, I always wanted the second target for Ruben. You can maybe play the second Regain. I don't know. It's just there, like.
Okay. So how many cards is that?
I play 43.
Okay.
And for the other non-engine, we played 3 Book of Moon, 3 Dark Ruler, and 1 talent.
Okay.
So 3 Book of Moon, at first it was 3 talents, no Book of Moon. But we came to the conclusion that a lot of people will not play hand traps, and it was definitely true, because so the Book of Moon came in handy because I don't want that many cards that were just bad when I go first, because I play 3 Dark Ruler, 3 Kurikara, and that cards are basically dead going first. And the Book of Moon, like, if you get shifted and you can, like, as I said, make D-Spotter, seal, or just seal and set Book of Moon, you, like, Kashtira can't deal with that, so just win, and shifter didn't matter at all.
Okay.
And, like, that card was amazing. Like, I even survived, like, 3, like, I was shifted 2 turns in a row. So
for 4 turns, you were under
4
shifter.
turns, and I opened 2 Book of Moons, so I could survive with 2 Book of Moons and win that game against Kashtira when I went second, and I was shifted, like, for 4 turns.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and 3 Dark Ruler, it's just good in any matchup going second. You want to see it, like, in the Fur Hire decks, the Runic decks.
Yeah.
And, like, the Mirror is also good. It's not great, but it's okay. Against Kashtira, it also deals with the Rise Heart. And 1 talent, it's basically for the side patterns.
Okay.
And I wanted to play 10 cards of the non-engine that can out the Rise Heart. And the talent was like, it was just, I don't know, divorced out of the 4 that I played.
Yeah, because the other ones, like, deal with it by themselves, right? And with talents, you gotta play for them to trigger something.
Yeah. And even going first, it's like, it's broken when you open it, but, like, it still needed the opponent to do something.
Right.
Like, it's not life always. And it's just basically for the side patterns.
But going second, it's kind of decent, right?
It's good, but I don't know. I never saw it, like, I think the going second.
Okay.
Or I saw it and they just banished the Rise Heart face down, so it's
okay.
For the extra deck. Shout out to my girlfriend.
Shout out, Leo.
1 Striker Dragon, of course. 1 Beastie.
Why is he still legal, though? Striker Dragon.
It's just the only god dragon here.
No, I mean the Striker Dragon.
Oh,
it just makes the dragons live for, like, the last 5 years or something.
Free, like, it's whatever.
Oh, okay.
1 Quad Border, shout out to that.
Shout out Quad Border.
Fuck it. 1 Romulus, 1 Seal. I wanted to play 2, never came up, so 1 was fine.
Okay.
1 Dark, it was really good, actually. Like, I played 2 mirror matches, and that card in the mirror is really good. To reborn the Magnamut and just grind.
Yeah.
Azalea. So, I didn't play Unicorn or Access Code, those cards are not needed. They are just waste of extra deck space. But you want like a spot removal that is easily accessible in the extra deck, and that card just pops anything. And if you have like 4 spells in it, it just stays and can clear another monster in the battle phase. And you just go through Boot Sector, Ravine, and if you activated Quick Launch or like something, you just have 4 spells immediately. And it's actually an engine out to Rise Hard, because you can go Quick Launch, like summon Tracer, summon whatever, another rocket, make this, pop it, but you have to bait the Rise Hard. But yeah, it comes up sometimes. It was good, it was not insane. Triple burst for the Beastie Lines and the Borland. I know people are going for that card, turn 1 always. I don't know why, just make Seal. That card is so much better, like into any board breaker. That card just loses to like everything. It's hard to out, but I don't know, just make it on a follow-up turn. It doesn't come up.
And you said you didn't miss Unicorn or Access Code?
No, not at all. Like you have Chaos Angel, you have Azalea, and at worst you have Branded Beast to pop. It's something like But Borland, always a good card. For the Xyz, one Tomb. I used it to like play through Nibiru when I ended on Seal this pattern. Like I said, end of main, and they nibbed me, and like regain, summon back the Bestial, Seal summon another Bestial, make a Tomb, summon Safer, go for Levianeer, just loop another card, and then you go for the Borland because there is no fear of Nibiru. And yeah, it's a good card. You can call it maybe. One Zeus for the Balance play. Never summon it. At all, but it's here. And for the Synchros, 1 Savage, 1 Baron, this spot, and Chaos Angel. All of these 4 are mandatory, I would say. Like
I think even the Chaos Angel, because a lot of people don't play it.
That card just comes up, like people still don't expect it because you don't need a tuner to summon it. And like when you go for Chaos Angel and then you make like a D-Spotter, like in the mirror, like I always went for that basically, and like they can't keep up with that because this spotter is so strong in the mirror against Bestials that you just destroy it in the hand and it doesn't resolve. Yeah, it banishes a card but it doesn't summon. And the Chaos Engine just gives protection to all of your board and just a spot removal because I didn't play the Unicorn on the Access. So it's really good. And Baron, it's just unexpected. You have a Bestial on their turn, then you normal Tracer, and you just threat the Baron summon, and most people don't react to it, so just make Baron and basically out 2 things at once. So
I don't think it's obvious to a lot of people that when you have that, because they're not used to it.
It's like a real and Savage, you just
of course. Savage is the MVP of the Dragon deck.
And for the side deck, we played 1 Pankratops, 2 more Druid's Worm. Like as I said, Bestials are good into every matchup. Even into Furfire, because you just declare battle phase and they have to trigger something. If they don't, you just summon Bestial. They have to red negate it. Then you summon another Bestial. If you have like a Druid's Worm, even if they have a Flashing Fire or whatever, you just send the Dawnpal, what is the Furfire that pops.
The one that,
and it just turns off the draw free from Folgo. It turns off the pop, and you just banish Rafali from graveyard. So I don't know, it's a really good card. And into Branded, into Mirror, Labyrinth, like the Bestials are like really strong. They're nice. Engine and interruptions. And then the free draw.
Of course.
Basically, we wanted something for the Rika, and it's also like really good into like the Runic decks. It doesn't stop them, but they just make a weaker board so you can play through it. And I think it's really good. Like in the mirror, it's really strong. If you open that and like a Bestial or 2, like you're in such advantage.
Really nice.
I think it's like a really good card.
Yeah, and there's like random stuff like Dark World, Flunder, like whatever.
Yeah, it just stops auto rogue also.
Yes.
But I didn't play against any rogue basically.
Right, you faced meta.
Only meta. And the Pankratops, it was basically just we wanted something to that helps out the Rise Heart, and that we can cite in like every matchup. And basically, the Pancratops checked all the boxes.
Right.
And like it even helps against the anti-spell and those cards. So if they Kashtira open like Rise Heart plus anti-spell, you still have Pancratops and four Kurikaras to out that board. And it's I think it's like the same percentage. We make the math to open one of the Pancratops or the Kurikaras, as they have the same percentage to open a combo plus anti-spell. So it basically worked out at the end. So then one Scarlight, never summon it until the feature, and it got impermed.
R.I.P.
Whatever.
R.I.P. But we like it.
Free Frost.
Yes.
So Free Frost was basically it was basically in the deck, post side, going first and going second, into every single deck. But you can't main it because you don't have a good like going first target, and you don't want to main like some random trap cards.
Okay, I got you.
It's basically another like out to the Rise cards. You have like I think 3 Dark Ruler, 3 Book of Moon, 3 Kurikara, Talent, 3 Frost, and the Pancratops to out the Rise card post side.
Right.
And you just get into Labyrinth, like they go for the lovely combo, and you just go Frost, add a Duster, blow out the back row, and just play through that and just win.
Right.
You also cite that into Kashtira, because if you can like deal with the Rise card other way, you just go for that, blow up the birth and the follow up, and just win. And for the MVP card, it's Free Eradicator.
Of course.
That card is just stupid.
How many people did you eradicate? A lot?
Not that many, basically, because the matches that I won was mostly 2-0, and I lost a lot of dice rolls. But when I went first, like if I opened the Eradicator, it was just auto win.
Yeah.
And the one Floodgate was the last card.
Right, okay.
So basically, when you go first, and if they shifter you and you have Frost, you can set this, and they have to have a birth to basically play through it. And we didn't want to play the Daruma Cannon because it conflicts with Seal. Basically, your whole board basically conflicts with it. Like you don't want to turn off like your Seal, like your Savage. It just doesn't make sense.
Right.
If they have lands, then
They
sure.
have it,
You just win, I guess. If you have shifter, combo, plus lands, fair enough.
Then you're a god, yes.
Yeah. So that's why. And it's basically good into like every matchup if you side it in like into some weird... In the mirror, if they go normal safer and you floodgate it, they are in a pretty bad spot. So.
Okay.
And if you Daruma Cannon, you just turned off your whole board, and there's no point of that.
That's true, true.
And that's why it was the floodgate.
All
so,
right.
For the end, I would like to shout out the Luca again for making the deck with me.
Of course.
Also, all my friends that came with me to Utrecht. Also, Gasper for borrowing the Rebellions and Kurikars.
Of course. Shout out Gasper.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Thank
so
you.
congrats again. Thank you for the deck profile. I'm
Thank
really
you.
happy for you. So yeah.